And welcome back into the Christmas special of the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Stern Agee Knoxville. And the folks at Stern Agee want you and your family to have, all our viewers out there, to have the best and brightest holiday season ever this year. Merry Christmas from Stern Agee Knoxville and their East Tennessee team to all the East Tennesseans who enjoy our show, or at least watch our show every Sunday. All right, quick segment. Two-man teams in this one. All right, so I'm going to throw out a question to you two, a question to you two.
Yes.
Each of you have about 15, so a couple of sentences from
right.
everybody on your question. All right, we'll start down there with Mike and Chuck. Ralphie, you got it right there with his Red Ryder. Ralphie wasn't going to be satisfied with anything other than a Red Ryder BB gun. What will it take to satisfy Vol football fans in 2015?
How about an SEC championship game appearance? That would satisfy him, I think, wouldn't it?
Now, what's it going to do? That's okay. That's your bottom line. It takes a championship, an East Division to be satisfied.
That may be where you set the bar. You want to compete for that. You want to be able, in the November games, to have more meaning in terms of who's going to win the East.
I mean, a national championship would satisfy too.
Yeah.
I'm guessing bottom rung would be.
I'm going to go 8-4.
8-4.
8-4.
8-4, contending in the East.
Contending in the East, yeah.
Okay. All right. Next one, if I can turn the page there. Bob and John. Here's a story that made national news this year. When all is said and done, will those fans who signed the petition feel happy that they helped bring about a coaching change? Or, like Ralphie, will at some point they come to feel that they've shot their eye out? Will they, in the end, and this has a lot to do with what you think is going to happen with Donnie Tyndall, in the end, will the folks that signed the petition feel good about helping lead to a change, or will they come to regret it?
I think they're going to probably come to regret it a little bit. Even if Donnie Tyndall has success, let's see what kind of success Conzo's having and then weigh the two with each other. Some of them will regret it.
I don't think there'll be any buyer's remorse. I think it's just, I signed it and they move on. I don't think hardly anybody looks back these days.
No, I think somebody out there is going to look at it and go, "Oh, fudge."
You know, John, if there's any remorse.
Did you see me just have a heart attack? You ever seen one on TV live?
If there's any remorse, I think it should be on the part of the UT Athletic Department administration for not trying to, put the kibosh on that, to put that to bed right away. They let that petition thing.
That question's not about.
Yeah, I know, but the
administration.
remorse question. That's where the remorse should be.
I think there'll be some
No, I
remorse.
think people who signed the petition, if you wind up with a guy who gets blown up and you helped run off a guy who was clean, who was the third best coach in the conference for 3 years, I think that you ought to have some
And
remorse.
plus you're
Those
seeing what
people
success
won't.
he's having out at Cal.
Yeah, for now. We'll see. He hadn't played much of anybody,
Right.
but still. I think John's right. I think people that sign that, there's not going to be any remorse no matter what happens. But, there's going to be a lot less remorse if Donnie Tyndall keeps his job and does well. And I think he does look like a pretty good coach. All right. When we come back, one last question, a big question. When will Vol fans' faith be repaid? Been very faithful over the years. How close is it to coming to fruition? Come on back on the Sports Source.
Like our set? Turn to Benedict Construction.